music is really helping me to cope with the loneliness I have to cope with. Yeah, that I can only say that has been a real blessing for me, that piano. I was nearly 18 and I went one Sunday morning to church and I saw 4 nurses walking into the church and Oma was one of them, and I thought, oh boy, I wouldn't mind to meet her. I must admit, I've never had that feeling before in my life, but when I saw her, I don't know what it was, but I realized, hey, that is the girl I want to be with. One of my friends came and he asked me if I would be part in a play. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm too busy. I will not be part of it. And then he said to me, look, you know, please consider it. And I said, okay, who's playing in the play? And then he said, oh yes, there is a nurse. Her name is Nel Verdouw. And it all went through me, hey, that could be the girl I saw in church the other day. And it was.
She was a woman, she was strong, she was beautiful, a real strength. To us boys, she was fantastic. Just the most amazing mum you can ever have. It's hard to watch Orpa have to deal with all of the mood swings from Oma through the dementia. Dementia, they get angry, they get, and then they have delusional thought processes, and listening to that from Oma was, in the beginning we didn't understand and what was going on, so we often thought, what do you talk about, Mum, you know, come on, no one's doing that, or no one's doing this, and but then we suddenly realised what was really going on, and we sort of cottoned on.
And this is a family photo from Oma's family. And I was already in Australia, and Oma was very upset. Here is Oma, and she was holding my picture up, you know, to make sure that I'm also in the picture.
You can have a conversation with them, and they sound really together. They'll come out with a comment, and you'll think, oh, they must know what's going on. She must, but 2 minutes later, she's forgotten what we even talked about. How 60 years, 61 years you've been married? How many years now?
62. Next month.
62?
62.
So long?
Yeah, I think you're managed that. 62 years.
How do you feel about that, Mum?
This sounds impossible.
Imagine your brain's all these little boxes, and there's a light on in each little box, and there's little wires that link all those little boxes together. And one by one is just switching off. And when one switches off, those wires have to find a new circuit to maintain memory. And it's just one after the other, it's just switching off until such time as the little light that actually operates the heart or the breathing, etc., when that switches off, then she'll die.
Before, every evening before I went to sleep, I always pray the short prayer, Lord, please bring Nell to me. I did that every day, and he did. I realized what Oma had done to come all around the world to be with me, to leave her parents, to leave her family, to leave a very good position, and to be with me. Now a bit of a light on. The happiest man in the whole world. He looked absolutely gorgeous. But we were very happy to be together. We went, I remember the first walk on the beach in Kingston Beach. And then in the distance you saw the Mount Wellington and how beautiful the scenery was. And it was summertime. It was beautiful.
I feel terrible that I've actually put my mum into a nursing home, because I feel like she made me promise that I would never do that to her, and I've had to break that promise. So I often sit there and think that, you know, now that she's in a place that she never wanted to be in, never in her life did she ever want to be there, and I've had to put her in there, and I feel like I know. It's hard to say. Some days I feel guilty about it, and other days I feel, well, I have no choice. I had no choice. She could not stay at home any longer with Dad. And Dad didn't, you know, Dad's getting too old and he can't look after her anymore. And there's a time in all those relationships where the carer just can't look after him anymore.
I had to come to terms with it, and it is only because that one of my sons pointed out to me, Dad, you can't keep on looking after Mum the way you do, because you may not be able to do that one day. And then Mum has to go into a nursing home. And yeah, and then it all happened. I was determined to see her every day, wherever she was. I went 3 hours always to visit her, but now she's at Pinewood. I go every morning and every afternoon.
Do you remember all your boys?
Yes, of course I do. Yes, that is one thing you never forget.
Yeah.
How many grandchildren have you got, Oma?
Then I've got to count them once.
Got 31.
Did you count it? 31. Have a look, she knows better than I do.
Since last March, Oma left his home, and I must admit there have been 2 months of a time of mourning. You know, all of a sudden realizing, hey, you're not together anymore.
There are days when I walk in to see her and I just want to burst out crying, and other days when I just feel like, you know what, it's mum now, it's what it is, I accept it. But it's sad to see such a beautiful, strong woman deteriorate so much into what she is now, and it's to watch that slow progress from where she was to where she is now. It's a really long goodbye.
This is very hard to cope with at times, to see her fading away, for another word. What else can I say? But I love her so much.
Well, I really respected Dad, how he's just so devoted to Mum. It was beautiful, I love it. It's a good example for us boys to love our wives the same way Dad loved our Mum.
Because I love her so much. I can't tell you how every time when I see her, I realize, you know, what she has meant to me all my life. I've had a very full, rich life with her.